Hello everyone, this is Palladian Star Healer and welcome to today's Tarot Tales. So today's Tarot Tale is the Five of Coins. So I'm going to tell you a tale about the Five of Coins and this woman that's in the card. So there was a woman named Joyce. She was pretty comfortable with her life. She was someone that you can say she was pretty well off because she had a stable job, well-income job, decent car, and a comfortable home. But even with that, she was a very active participant with volunteering for the homeless shelter. And she really couldn't complain. She was enjoying her life and the abundance that she was receiving. Some people were a little bit jealous of her and threatened by her, because they saw that at least it seemed nothing ever happened to her at all, because she always seemed to be at peace and very well secure and safe. But when March of 2020 rolled around during the pandemic, she lost her job. She got laid off, and then she was really struggling with not being able to pay her bills, having enough food, so she had to take out a loan in her car, and she was on the verge of losing her car as well, because she couldn't pay them back. So she was really feeling down on her luck. She felt like her life had completely shifted, it changed. So, but even with that, she still volunteered at the homeless shelter. And when even during all this struggle, when she had went to serve food to the hungry, it in that moment made her realize that there is a huge possibility that she could also be in that same position where she will be on the receiving end, of receiving food, because she didn't just have nothing to eat. So time progressed. She saw that her refrigerator was getting emptier and emptier, and her bills were piling up, past due, just eviction notice. So she couldn't believe, because she was like, how could a landlord pressure her into paying rent with everything that was happening? But that's just, life can be just really difficult and there's no understanding at all, no comprehension or compassion to other people's struggle. So, she was just feeling really exhausted and drained. And she eventually found herself standing outside on a line in front of a church that was near her house, waiting for a food box because she just didn't know where else to get food from. So when she received her box, she went home, and she always passes by her mailbox, and she saw that the little arrow of the mailbox was up, and she was like, why should I even check when I know it's just past bills and just collection agencies and just people harassing me for money that I don't have? But she was like, but I don't want my mailbox also to get overfilled. So she took her mail and she went into her home. She put down the box and she was looking through her mail just to be sort of like discouraged again with how many past bills that she had. But then she saw that it was a letter that was something different. So she looked, she opened it, and she realized that it was an approval letter saying that she was eligible to receive money for food. So she was relieved and she couldn't believe it. And she was like, oh, this is amazing, that finally just some type of relief, and even though she was going through a lot of struggle, she was still appreciative, and she was still trying to hold on to whatever hope and just relying on spirit, that everything will eventually be okay. So she was sitting in her house, on her sofa, thinking about what to do. So she was bored, so she decided to take her laptop to the nearest cafe because, her internet got cut off. So she just wanted to keep up, reach out to family, see how everything was, and just to see if anything was important in her email. So she went to the cafe, she looked at her email, and then she realized that 2 days prior, she received an email from a job that she had applied to before the pandemic, and they responded, and they asked her if she was interested in setting up an interview, and she couldn't believe it. She was like, I can't believe this, and she replied, that she was, yes, definitely interested. She was just hoping that she wasn't coming off too desperate either, but didn't realize just how desperate she was for, this job. So she attended the interview remotely, and she got it, and she was just so ecstatic about it. And she started working, and then she was able to, pay off her bills, pay her rent, and she was just so grateful for having surpassed that struggle. And one night after she finished work, and she just was able to open her refrigerator and see that her refrigerator was full, it reminded her that she was very close to becoming homeless and struggling, but she was so grateful that she was able to maintain her faith and her hope and still come out as a winner at the end. So with the lesson, the moral of the story with the 5 of coins is, if you find yourself in deep struggle, try to maintain whatever hope and faith you have for the future, and know that the things that happen are just temporary and are just lessons about how much can we persevere and how determined we are into finding solutions to our problems. And it also keeps in mind that for those who are enjoying their abundance and feel that everything is okay and secure, to also be extremely grateful, because one day you could be like the people in the back, struggling, begging, asking for food, and just being at a loss. So that is today's tarot tale. Thank you so much for watching. And if you have a story that relates to the 5 of coins, you have your own 5 of coins story, please feel free and comfortable and safe to share your experience in the comment box below. And please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And you can join me on my other social media platforms on Facebook and Instagram at Palladian Star Healer. So I will see you guys tomorrow for another Tarot Tales. I wish you many, many blessings with love and cosmic light, and may you live the life that you were always meant to live. Bye-bye.